Hello, I'm Cindy with Wisconsin Voices for Recovery, and this is Speak Out on Stigma. Today we'll be hearing from Kristen from Wisconsin Peer Alliance for Nurses. Hi, Kristen, how are you today?
Hi, I'm great, thank you.
Good. So tell me, how does stigma harm people seeking or in recovery?
Well, I have been in recovery, thankfully, for 20 years now. 10 days ago, I celebrated 20 years. And in the beginning, stigma, which to me, stigma really is just like a negative feeling or thought that a person or a group of people has against another group or person. So in this case, so the feelings and thoughts and maybe even actions people have towards those with substance use issues. And so I'm a nurse. I have been a nurse forever. and stigma really made it hard for me in the beginning to ask for help. Being a nurse, I'm the helper, right? I'm not supposed to need help. And so I didn't feel comfortable saying to anybody, I'm really struggling. What should I do? My peers or my work community held negative thoughts and voiced those against those with substance use issues. So I knew that was not a safe place. My friends and my family also had negative views. So that stigma keeps us from raising our hand and saying, hey, I need some help. Where can I go or who can I turn to? I think it just really keeps us quiet. And when we're quiet, we can't raise our hand and get the help that we need. So that stigma keeps us sick and quiet and struggling.
Yeah, thanks for that. And you also kind of alluded to, it can happen at more of a structural level as well within a particular environment. And that can be particularly impactful because then the environment around you is kind of having like a larger stigma.
Definitely. And it can even happen within the healthcare community or that community that's usually the helpers and that I don't want to speak negatively of the whole healthcare community because of course we are caring individuals most of the time, but we still do hold that stigma and that's really difficult to break that. And I think individuals too hold stigma. I did not feel good enough about myself to say I need help. I thought I need to fix it. I'm a nurse. I should know what to do. I should know. So I didn't even allow myself, my own stigma kept me quiet, I think.
So really the impact of stigma out there in the community can lead to also internalized stigma, which can further those barriers and make it even more difficult to reach out for help.
Absolutely.
And how does stigma against people perpetuate substance use disorder?
Well, I think in that keeping quiet and, that stigma causing the fear and the shame of raising your hand just allows that substance use to continue. So again, for me, not being able to say, I'm struggling and I need help, where can I go? I continued using. I have an alcohol and an opioid use disorder, and my use continued to grow. Addiction, substance use disorder is progressive. It doesn't get better over time, it gets worse. And the longer that I continued using, the worse my substance use became. And I got in a lot of trouble because of my substance use. And I know that part of the reason for that is because I couldn't ask for help. Had I been able to reach through or break through that stigma and ask for help earlier, it may have prevented some of the difficulties that I faced down the road. And for so many, especially these days with the fentanyl that is out there and the other things that are really causing harm, this disease is deadly and people lose their lives because that stigma keeps us quiet. And, I'm grateful again for my recovery and that I'm here today and really just give kudos to those who have been able to break that stigma and, get help. 'Cause it's
Mhm.
not easy.
Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would just like to say that those of us who are able to share our stories. I think it's so important that we talk about our struggles. It gives that stigma a little bit of a punch in the gut and, breaks it up a little so that people realize, oh, we can actually talk about this. It's something that uh, if we, I don't know, shine a light on it and get it out of hiding, it makes it better for the next person. So now I can come here and I can say to you, 20 years ago, I really struggled and things are better now. But boy, I wish I had been able to speak up earlier. I'm hopeful that in my sharing of my story, we will break down those stigma walls and allow more people to share their stories too, and just reach out for help. Uh, let us, I just think it's so important to share our stories of, our experiences, our strength, and how we got to where we got today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Kristen, for sharing your views on stigma. And thank you to our viewers for watching. Speak Out on Stigma is a forum to raise awareness about the harmful impact of stigma on those in and seeking recovery. Recovery is for everyone. Together, we can eliminate stigma. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Thank you, and have a good day.